Hello everybody, today is December 9th, that is Friday, and we are the Iron Gamers. This is...
John.
I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Scott.
I'm Daniel.
And today we're going to be talking about our top 3 favorite shows as children. Now, this took us like almost another episode just to figure out what we liked, so it took us a while to get this done. But we're going to start from right to left, and we're going to go from 3 to 1 from our favorite.
Are we all going to say our threes, and then all going to say
we're going to say threes, then two.
Yeah, and we'll talk about them a little bit, of course. We'll talk about, if we liked it, if you didn't like it. John, what is your number 3?
With number 3 on my list, now first I want to say, I'm sure I've forgotten some shows.
Oh, yeah. Let's just start off with that.
I'm positive I've forgotten some shows, so my list is, I think my number 1 and 2 are pretty much set in stone. My number 3, very interchangeable. But I had Hey Arnold down. I really loved that show as a kid.
Football head.
It was a football head. I don't know, something about that show.
I have
really
to say,
loved.
Arnold had a sweet house. Like,
He did.
Remember like the couch in his room that would like fold up, and it was like.
And there was the one secret agent dude that he lived next to.
Who was there? There was Oscar, and there was.
His grandpa was a man.
I know.
His grandpa.
Do you remember the one where it flooded? That was like
That was my favorite
And they're in the
episode.
boat.
That was a fantastic
That's a
episode of Hey
big
Arnold.
one.
Okay. There's a lot of good episodes. Alright, gosh, this is going to take forever for us to get through.
Okay. Okay. My number 3 is Drake and Josh before Josh got skinny.
Coach just admitted, as soon as he lost weight, he got like, he lost with his
He
fat, he
lost
lost
his
his
funniness with his weight at the same time. I don't know if there's a surgery for that, but there is. He found a way
Eat
to do
it back, big guy, you need it.
Yeah.
Alright, my number 3, I'm going to have to say, is Dragon Ball Z. However many times, just the episode was just this going on for, an entire 30 minutes. I was glued.
I thought it was more of powering up, for 25 minutes.
It's either punching really fast or powering up, alright? You get to pick your poison. Like that whole Spirit Bomb episode, you guys remember that at all?
Which Spirit Bomb?
The first one. The first one. The first one was like 3 or 4 episodes. I was just like, just throw the thing.
But I never actually watched that show. I collected the cards. I never watched the show.
Shit out of that show.
It was never on. I was never home when it was on.
I always watched it with my dad, and
That's why you and your dad were such good fighters.
You had a great.
we'd go in my basement afterwards and, do some fights.
Yeah.
Me and Eric used to do that in the pool. Man.
That's nice.
That explains a lot of things.
My number 3. My number 3 is probably Digimon. I loved the shit out of that show when I was a kid.
Oh, Digimon.
I never got into
I wish I was in
Digimon.
the digital.
Danny, go ahead.
I would say my number 3 would probably be... I'm going to go with the original Power Rangers. The original Power Rangers.
Interesting.
Good
It's
choice.
not a choice.
I just absolutely love the Power Rangers.
Did you ever see the movie with
I
Ooze?
still own that movie.
I
I watched it
Ooze.
like a month, 2 months ago.
Really? I gotta watch that again sometime.
I
That
wish
was
that
a
was
great
like
movie.
It was on demand,
Wait, you
and
like
me and my
the
girlfriend
one?
wanted to watch it.
White
So
Power.
We are going to get a long jump for that.
That part has been cut out.
I had the sword and everything, though. I mean,
We're talking about the White Power Rangers.
technically he's from a different show, but I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's too much work.
my number 2 was Rugrats. Fantastic show.
That's funny. It's the best episode.
Oh man, the episode that referenced Tremors. Epic. I just love that show. All Grown Up sucked.
Oh my
It was
god.
terrible.
What a downhill.
I forgot that show existed.
Yeah, like it
No,
died
All Grown
so
Up
fast.
It was awful,
That's
but the Rugrats show, I used to have Netflix, and that was added on demand, like right when I got Netflix, and I watched a ton of that show, and it still is great. I love Rugrats.
Who doesn't?
Alright. Going over to the Disney Channel now. It's been a lot of Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, but I'm going with Out of the Box. Have any of you guys ever watched this?
gosh.
Is that the with the long dreads?
Yes.
Not
I
really.
don't
I never
remember
watched
that.
that.
Oh, and what's the one with the big frog? We could have done that one.
The one with the big frog.
Well, it was on
Kermit?
Nickelodeon.
You're talking about Kermit.
The big, like, yellow frog that jumped around. Hopefully people watch this and can comment and tell me what it is, because I don't know what it is.
Big yellow frog. Oh God, what was that? I know it was the guy in the suit.
That was John's own face, by the way, for the ladies out
That
there.
was the.
Okay, so anyway, Out of the Box, they made stuff out of cardboard. It doesn't get much better than that.
Something
like
Island,
tunnels
wasn't
and
it?
stuff. Gullah
Gullah Gullah Island. Yes, I know
I
exactly.
have no clue what they're talking about. Guys, what did you guys watch? It's a good thing you guys were brothers. Like, I have no
It was
clue.
on Nickelodeon.
What time did you guys get home? Like, were you guys
It was
home?
no, it was a morning show.
We have it on VHS somewhere. I'll find it.
my
We'll have it watching, and then we'll review it on the show. Number 2.
Alright, as we're about to do, you know, Scott and I had kind of messed up childhood, so I'm going to say my number 2 is actually, I'm going to have to go with Cowboy Bebop. Like, I don't know if anybody watched that show, but I know, it's just like gory and like, not too gory, but it was just like cussing, swearing, drinking. Like, it was on Adult Swim. I just like would stay up. I remember several nights I was so tired I could barely keep my eyes open, and I was just like smacking myself to stay awake so I could watch Cowboy Bebop because it was so good.
That's a good show.
I
That
just
was
remembered another one that I really liked.
phenomenal show. Like, I really want to get like the entire.
This list was bigger than 3.
All right, Scott.
Alright, my number 2.
Honorable mention.
Number 2. I'm gonna have to go with Dragon Ball Z because, well, I thought I was Gohan. I'll just put that out
Oh
there.
yeah,
I was
who didn't want to be Gohan? Who didn't want to be Gohan? Goku was like
Most
okay.
people thought they were Goku.
I wanted to be Trunks.
Really?
I always thought, 'cause Trunks had that
I always
sword.
liked Gohan, too.
Trunks pulled out that sword, and I was just like, it's go time, bros.
Yeah.
I was
Cut Frieza in
Gohan,
half,
Super
like, he's like,
Saiyan
alright.
2, you know,
Oh yeah.
versus Cell. I just loved it.
I still play Budokai 3.
Still play that
I'm
game.
still terrible at that game.
I know.
Number 2, Danny.
Mine is one that's probably no one else has watched really, but it was like an anime show called Dot Hack.
I love Dot
And
Hack,
it
but
was-
they went to like, it was like a,
it was-
he got
yeah,
stuck in the
went into the
world.
game.
Oh my gosh, I love that show.
And it was like, I remember when I did watch it, like it was only on like Friday nights at like 11 o'clock at night.
I know, like,
It was like, oh, it's the weekend, I can stay up past my bedtime. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
get to
like-
watch my favorite show. And
That show kind of confused the hell out of me because wasn't the main character end up being a girl?
no, he's a guy.
It sounds like a very
Sister.
interesting show.
No.
His sister in real life was like the love interest in the game.
Is it a Final
Something like
Fantasy
that.
I
character?
could have sworn the main character was a girl or something.
No, he
No,
was
no, he's a guy, and the other character is a girl.
Maybe
Yeah,
I was a
it's
little
like-
confused.
Like,
No, wasn't it? It was like his
not really a love
sister.
interest, but it was like a sister.
It was like
in
his
the game.
sister, but he did like kind of crush on her for a while, and it was like
Yeah, because
and-
then he found out it
Wait,
was
which one is this? Is Dot Hack Sign or is it
Dot Hack Sign.
Yeah, Dot Hack Sign. And it was a great show. I mean, what? And like, hold on, why did nobody really think of this as a video game?
Well,
it-
that
it
makes
was-
sense.
No, not like the crappy video game they made of Dot Hack Sign, but just like that idea of a world.
There's actually several very good.
Yeah.
But it's
games,
not.
but-
Check Japan.
Check Japan. Yeah, there you go. But it's like, you know, but that one like just seems so awesome. Like,
was really
I mean,
awesome.
and so like, but just the concept. That's what I mean. Like, you put on the visors and like that's. I mean, you could just have visors on. I just think the idea of just having like the visors plugged that into the computer wouldn't matter. It just that's. I just thought it was an awesome idea.
Anyway, over to John for your number 1.
My number 1 show, favorite show of all time, I still really love this show, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, that was the favorite.
That show is just fantastic. If you haven't seen it, unfortunately, it's not released on DVD in the States. Copyright information. You can get them over in the UK, though, the Region 2 discs. Fantastic show. It still is a great show. Really cheesy nowadays, but it's one of those shows that I go back and I'll watch and I'll really enjoy.
Did you read the books?
Was there Are You Afraid of the Dark books?
Yeah.
Or are you thinking of Goosebumps?
There was Are You Afraid of the Dark books too.
Goosebumps were good.
Goosebumps had good books too.
I never really got. I didn't like the Goosebumps show.
Goosebumps always made me laugh.
Or big Goosebumps.
They were so close. I mean, they were so close. How could not like one of the? It was just
Speaking of
like,
Goosebumps, like in the opening of it, there was always that like dog. They got those really like dark red scary eyes. I was so scared of
I was
that.
like, that thing's gonna show up in my house.
Well, Are You Afraid of the Dark had a pretty creepy opening too. If you watch
Yeah.
it, like it shows like the doll and shit. It's scary. Dolls are scary in general.
Yeah.
Like those.
The glass eyes that follow you everywhere.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. Whoever thought of that idea needs to get punched in the balls.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Fantastic show.
Okay, my number 1, another Disney Channel show, so don't give me crap, but
Okay.
Roly Poly Oly.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that was a
What?
Everything explained. Like, we've all been wondering if he was going to come out.
That
You're
was a
welcome.
good
You-
show!
I did watch that.
That was a good show.
Thank you, Dave.
I will say that the opening was, he's roly poly. Like, that was like,
Oh, it sure is.
and, like, it was always in my brain. Like, I never even watched this show.
I forgot that show existed.
I did too, until like 2 minutes before the show started.
As you can tell, like, right before the show, we were just like,
It's a good thing we have a younger
Oh.
member with us.
Yeah, maybe I'm just that young.
I did
I
watch it though. So.
That was a good show. It was a good show.
I've seen it, I was like, what the fuck is this?
My favorite show, Gundam Wing. I love me some effing Gundam Wing. I watched up until the part where it was like, Remember what was the one where they were like they got like naked and got inside the Gundam and then like a black suit? Did you watch the G Gundam? Like, oh yeah, I know, right? Like G Gundam was like the gayest thing. Like Gundam series was so amazing. Like especially like this. Oh my gosh.
They just gated up with Gundam.
I know. G Gundam was just like the gay. It literally stands for gay Gundam. Like gay giant
Rainbow Gundam.
No, seriously. Okay, this is the guy's killing attack. He's like shiny pointing finger, and like he killed it. Burning finger,
yeah.
and like he would just be like he poked people, they die. I was like, are you kidding me? Like
They got his moves like directly from Street Fighter.
yeah, it was terrible. It was awful. But before that, awesome show. Like what is it? Waltz Dance.
Endless Waltz.
Endless Waltz. Yeah, the movie. I love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good. Like and like. Looking back now from when I was a kid, like that movie, that whole like, and not just movie, the whole TV show was so political and like just, oh my gosh, it was just like to rewatch it now, I think would just be like, I love this even more, because it's not just flashing lights and colors. Now it's like, I understand what they were trying to do with this. Scott Doring, your number one.
Alright, my number one. I was originally going to go with Cowboy Bebop, but I tended to get into that at a little later time, but. I'm gonna have to go with Batman the Animated Series because I was freaking Batman.
He is Batman.
There's no dispute. I
You
was
literally
Batman
dress
when I
up
was
and
little.
beat the hell out of villains at night.
I had the suit when I was a kid. I was Batman.
He still has the suit, and it's the same suit. He still dresses up in it. It's really awkward. Listen to that.
He looks fantastic in his Batman suit. Next episode, you'll see him in it. Maybe. Probably
Maybe.
not.
Maybe.
Kinda
Spoiler.
hope so.
Secret.
It's all part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan.
I'm gonna go with my last one being Pokemon. Because I really did enjoy the first couple seasons, up until like pretty much. I did enjoy Johto Region 2, but it was mainly the original Kanto.
Essentially, Danny wanted to be the very best.
I did want to be the very best.
That ever was.
But no one ever.
Speaking of Pokemon, did you hear Herman Cain with his drop? We're not going to really talk about politics.
Yeah, we're just throwing
But I'm just throwing this out there. Herman Cain was running for
President.
nomination to be president, to run for
He's got a
president.
nomination, the guy.
And he dropped out of the race because of some problems he was having. and so he dropped out of the race, but in his drop out of the race, he referenced Pokemon in his speech.
He did, and
He did. He quoted Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah,
I swear. We talked.
Yeah, we talked about this
just
in the section
earlier today.
it was a stupid place to comment.
Or if somebody paid him.
Alright, he's
Who's
a
gonna pay
CEO
him?
of Godfather. He didn't need money.
He was
Never
the
know.
same. But
Money.
yeah. So I guess that was our top 3 favorite shows when we were a child.
Yeah.
But I do want to stress this. Just as a child, these are our favorite shows. My top 3 favorite shows of all time are drastically different.
That's
Yeah.
that's a different episode.
That's different.
Except for
Oh,
Maybe Are You
gosh.
Afraid of the Dark Dead, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
So
Let's have that a different story. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Iron Gamers. We're gonna hope that you guys would possibly like, subscribe, make us famous, possibly rich, so we don't have to do it in John's basement anymore. We did it in John's mansion. So
Cal needs to afford his cocaine addiction.
yeah, it's really
The streets are getting a little cold out.
Yeah, I know.
He needs a place to stay.
Your place.
I already got
This is a terrible end to the episode.
all right, that's the episode.
Alright, thank you
Anyway,
guys. Have a good one.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
Well, Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.